It's your guy X Ray-Vizionz, and this is another episode of Diverse Visions. And today I am honored to introduce a good friend of mine, an amazing artist, a poet, an all-around just savant when it comes to putting together creative things. And this is Butter.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy you made it too.
This is dope. I love
You know,
what you're
you like the
doing.
president. You got so many things going on. It's hard to get with you.
Listen, that don't even begin to explain, but that's life.
So I want to get right into it and get the backstory on what made you get into art and what's your favorite. First of all, what's your go-to art? Not how you make money, because we're gonna get into that, but what do you do when you're just trying to release and be an artist?
Create whatever hits my spirit
Mm-hmm.
and making people happy with it. Like if it touches someone, that's what I love to do.
Okay.
So my tattoos especially, it's like I'm on this mission right now with that.
Right.
To be amongst the best and to just be greater every day. So I would say tattooing, but it's also creating any
Right.
type of art that I have that someone can connect with, pouring myself out, leaving a mark on the world, making people happy or healing them.
Right.
That's what I love.
So you feel like you create more for others than for yourself?
Both.
Okay.
Because I'm releasing a piece of me. I'm doing something like my art. I don't think I was given this gift for just a skill set to show off.
Right.
I think it comes with a purpose. And the purpose is connecting with people. So I get to heal myself and then I get to touch other people and connect with the world with that.
What was your first medium? The first medium you got into?
Man, everything. My mother made me do everything. I did crocheting. I made jewelry. I painted t-shirts.
Did you ever sell any of it?
That's all I did. It was
it
was like survival mode type. It was like healing, but then it turned into like, oh, I could use this to help myself because I always needed that.
Right,
so it was like, cool, this is perfect.
I feel like anytime you start creating stuff too, whether it's canvas or crocheting or something, and people start seeing it, they start asking for it.
You tell people what they want.
Yeah.
You tell people what they want.
Yeah.
It's what you show.
I definitely feel like
It's
that.
been proven, yes.
Because I got a living room full of canvases and stuff, and it's just sitting there, and people be like when I started putting it in the tattoo shop, people like, how much for that and how much for this? And I'm like, man, I don't really know. I don't sell it. So I just kind of start collecting stuff. But people start asking for things because I wanted one of those knit the
hoodies.
Yeah, I still need one. I still need it.
I got a black and white one for you.
Okay, I need that. You just
For
tell me how
sure.
much, because it's lit. It's lit. You know how to sew. You know how to paint. Well, most people go to the painting. That's what I think you really start being an artist when you start doing other things besides the painting. So let's talk about the poetry.
Yes.
Let's talk about that, because you got a whole book out. Tell people what's the name of your book and why. What sparked you writing that?
Oh man, I always wanted to write. Like my dad is a very well speaker, public speaker and writer. He's always been gifted like that.
Right.
And my sister got, and I was like, I wish I could write something. 4 years ago, 4 years ago from now, it's actually going on my 7th year anniversary, my 4th year from my studio. I had my first event, which was a mental health awareness event for women at my shop. And I had to write a speech, like tell people about myself. Oh, I'm about to cry. It's about to be stupid.
Right. Them the best speeches.
So I wrote a speech about my past and how I got where I am now. And my second event was a group of my friends that are poets that came to perform at my shop. They did this big show. And it was like, it's so inspiring. And I was like, man, I have something to say, but I don't know how to start, where to begin. They was like, look, you got a story.
Right.
So I took my speech and wrote my first poem. And then it just started pouring out. It's like, you ever have a conversation with somebody and then you be like, dang, I wish I would have said that when I was talking to him. Let me go back.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. I started writing and I would go back like, I got something else to say. And I started feeling so light and so relieved. And then I was helping people, like they were actually touched by my words and inspired. it just made me want to keep going.
Right. That's what I felt like that, because at first when you was telling me about the book, and you know I was going to get it because I just feel like as authors we support each other anyway. But then when I started like reading it, it seemed like it was like a stream of consciousness. You know what I mean? Like everything had like connected. It was like it's of course poetry got rhythm within one poem, but it just felt like it was like a rhythm throughout the book. And then my mom, she even read it, and she was like, "You tell her she keep doing that." And I was like, "Yeah, I told you about
I
that."
love it. I
But
love it.
it's just like it's all connected, so it just flows. So I'm like, dang, I thought, maybe you had been writing your whole life or something like that,
Oh
but
no.
it needed to be done, as you would say.
Timing matters. Like
Okay.
everything happens in its own time, and that was apparently the time.
Can we be expecting another one?
Yes. I
Okay.
don't know when, but I always tell myself if I get this many poems, if they all touch me and feel like they're connecting in the right way, that's when I know my book is ready, and I go ahead and write it.
Right. I feel like after you do the first book, you gotta go ahead and, because you already know how to do it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
the first one, knocking the first one out is like the toughest, and then like, boom,
Oh,
it's
for
time to
sure.
get into second, third. Plus, that's so good you can really, make a series or something out of that.
Right.
Yeah, I dig it. And the fact that you get on stage and like, how do you memorize that stuff? Like, how do you?
Oh my goodness, I have the hardest time memorizing my poetry.
I
I
can't
swear.
tell. Like,
Man, I absolutely do. Like I haven't even started studying another one yet. So I have about a good maybe 8 or 9 that I know straight through
that's a
without
lot.
it. And some of
Yeah.
them I have to still kind of glance at my phone. And then my mentors get mad at me like, put that phone down in your pocket. I'll be like, oh
What? I mean, you
man.
got to have like at least like some kind of lifeline. Because
When
me, I
there's
can't
a difference
memorize nothing for.
between performing and
Mm-hmm.
slamming.
Excuse me.
You can do open mics, read off your phone. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to perform and touch people or slam and compete, number one, slamming, there's rules. You can't have anything.
What is slamming?
Slamming is a competition.
Mm-hmm.
So the poets actually are competing, and you can't, there's rules, strict rules. There's no props. So if you touch your hat, if you have a phone in your hand, already knocked off.
What?
Like, yeah,
Touch your head. So
points out.
slamming is like the poet version of like battle rapping. Like y'all in
Yes.
each other's face, like.
Well, no. When you go perform, you get judged. Then it's like, all right, these 3 are in the final round, and then they do the poems, and then they give you point systems, and then
So why, if you said like you can't do certain things, touching at, what would that be?
that's a prop.
That's a prop.
That's a prop.
Yeah, it's a prop.
There
Everything
has
is
to
a
be
prop.
there has to be rules in order to make it fair. Like,
But I feel like as a poet, y'all are pretty, from the spoken word that I've seen, in the poetry that I've seen, people get pretty animated, just like rap, because rap is poetry.
yeah,
It might be a little bit raw, depending on who you are, because it's some raw poetry, but they're animated. So I feel like, why not allow somebody to kind of use at least the things that's on their person? You know what I'm saying?
because
Like,
that's the competition part. If you're a performer,
do whatever you want.
you can do whatever you want to.
Okay.
So when I'm performing, like the times you saw me on stage, I was performing. So I could do whatever I want to do.
Right.
This is for the audience to make you feel it.
Right.
And when you memorize it, you feel it more, because now I could look at you. You know, I could move and really get into it. If I'm looking at my phone, it kind of takes away a little bit of the momentum.
I feel like you got like a certain different kind of gift, because you, from what I observe, you get more energized the more eyes are on you. Like, remember, because we tried to record you and it was 1 or 2 us and you messed up, and you kind of messed up again. But then, like, soon as it was 60 people watching you or 30 people, you just like didn't slip. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just messed up. Like, you know what I mean? When it was, I'm the opposite. I'm cool with like a 2 or 3 people or 5 people, but as soon as it's like a crap ton of people looking at me, I'm like, dang, start sweating and all kind of stuff. So I feel like that's a gift that you get like energized.
I don't know.
Do you feel like that?
I still be nervous. I have to, you know how like Beyonce got like Sasha Fierce,
Right.
how I have to turn on Butter.
Right.
And Butter's more confident, and she is outspoken and you know, carefree, and just like, hey, it's gonna do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But I be nervous. I still be shaking my head.
I feel like
be shaking
everybody get nervous though. I feel like some people get energized from it and some people shrink down from it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, then you know who it's for and who it's not. Like,
Yeah.
you either gonna roll with me or watch me roll.
But you,
Like, that's
yeah.
it.
But you gotta, depending on what you're doing, you gotta work on it. I think, like if you're with poetry or being a comedian or something of that nature, you gotta have the natural. You gotta somewhere in there. You gotta have that natural ability to let it expand you. But if you're like a teacher or something, I think you're really not really there to entertain people. You're really there to teach people things and stuff like that. So you don't have to be as much of a natural. You see what I'm saying?
I think regardless, whether you're natural or not, it has to be something you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't matter if this gift was given to you or you just started to obtain something recently and you just got into it. If it's a passion of yours, you're going to work out it.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Physically, subconsciously, you're going to be digging into this, whatever it is, form of creativity.
Right.
So you're going to work on it. Those that think they just gonna jump in and do it aren't really putting their all into it. They don't see what's going on in the background. You don't see how many times I had to go over this and what I had to do and how much I had to study, how much we had to practice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They think they could just pick something up and just roll with it. Some people can, but you're not perfecting it if you don't work on it consistently. So I think that's for anybody, anything you're doing.
Right.
I worked on everything I do.
Okay.
And trust me, first couple times was not okay.
She said what you saw was the polished version.
Bad. Listen.
As far as like back to this slam thing, because I'm intrigued by this. Like, do you do that on a regular, or you only been?
I do not slam on a regular. I'm working my way up there, but I do
enjoy
perform more. I do. Okay. I do. There was a slam in my studio a couple weeks ago, and I went over the time. So I got docked a bunch of points, which knocked me off. Oh. And had I not, I would have been in the top 3.
You would have smoked it.
I would have been in the top 3.
I gotta come up there and check one of those out next time you have that.
So much fun.
I love like competition type stuff. But I'm gonna be biased. I'm like, it's my girl Butter.
Yeah, do that. That's how I win. But no, I do travel to perform too, like wine poetry. The ones at my shop, just open mics. Period. They feel the same almost. Right. Because when you compete, you still just go to really enjoy and hope it touches somebody. And then when they feeling it, that may get you some more points. You know what I mean? Like It's really how you affect the audience. So regardless of I'm winning any money or I'm just there for the pure enjoyment and passion of it.
Oh, they battle for money too?
That's the slam. Well, you compete, you win money.
I'm about to learn how to do that.
There you go. It's all right. Look, you already won an award for your book, so let's go. So,
I think that my writing and your writing is because you were speaking on how you create, and I already know because of your personality and stuff. You kind of like what they call like a healer. You talk to people, you bring the best out of people. My reason for writing, I feel like, is a little different because it's a little more selfish. I write because I communicate better that way. I can organize my thoughts, lay it out, move things around, and I have more time. I'm not like a quick thinking, boom, boom type person. And also crowds of people give me like anxiety. I get nervous with like a whole bunch of people. My voice is like, start to bear down a little bit and stuff like that. So when I write, I can confidently deliver what it is I'm trying to say. Cause I write poetry too, but my poetry, no, we're not reading that. That's like my diary, bro. I'm not about to let somebody.
But you said it's different because you write to communicate. Why? What are you communicating for? To get someone to understand something, right?
Okay, so like the book I got, the book is to communicate and teach somebody how to tattoo, how to start their career, to pass along what I know. Now, when I'm writing like poetry and stuff like that, that's just to air it out. That's like self-therapy.
But it's the same if you think about that you're still helping. You just wrote a book to teach someone how to elevate and be their best. Because you care and you want them to understand what you're saying so they can be at that level they need to be, correct?
Correct.
You're helping them, right? When you write from your feelings, even if you don't want to share it, there's still someone that shares your story. There's still someone that feels how you feel.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you don't do it till 10 years from now. Someone's going to hear one of those pieces and be like, damn, bro, I felt that. So you're still helping in different ways. I may have a different angle and
Right.
reasoning, but it's still
Right.
been the same.
What's crazy about that is that's actually how I started tattooing, like both, because some parts of all of us is like self-taught, you know that.
Mhm.
But my sketchbook was like my diary, like my visual diary, for lack of better terms and stuff like that. But one of my homeboys got a hold of my sketchbook. He was at my crib. We was chilling. And he like, yeah, flipping through it. He's good, bro. Well, you need to be. And I'm like, bro, you just picking up stuff, looking. He was like, nah, so he looking through my book, and that's what he gave me the idea to start tattooing,
Mhm.
because he was like, um, these are good. You ever thought about tattooing? And at the time, I had like one tattoo, and I had got that like years ago. So I was like, well, nah, I ain't never think about it. I wasn't a person that thought about tattoos, so I ended up ordering a kit. But that goes back to what you said about sharing your personal stuff so that the world can see it, and then that might bring out, like, more of you, or help somebody out. Because I might
Yeah.
have still, I might have been, I don't know what I would have been doing right now. Probably something I ain't got no business. So, because tattooing saved me, I don't know, but
I think any form of creativity saves everyone because
right.
we are the gifted ones who were lucky enough to find something that we can pour ourselves into.
Hmm.
Those out there on these streets going crazy
Right.
didn't take the time or the ability to figure out what it was that they could pour themselves into. That's just my opinion, but
Yeah, you're right.
you know.
So, from what I gather, you said you get the speaking from your pops. Your mom had you out there crocheting and doing like the visual arts and stuff. So your family is pretty it
Yes.
art I'm not gonna say artistic, but creativity runs in your family.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to be bored.
It was I don't think
No,
our generation was
we
allowed to
wasn't
be
allowed shit.
bored.
You bored?
Yeah.
Let's
That
do
get you in
something.
trouble,
Like,
yeah.
get up and cook. Get up
You
and
got cook,
crochet. Yeah,
clean
do
up.
something.
That
Like,
room looking pretty, you might need to tighten that up. I ain't never tell my mom I was bored.
I ain't never heard of woodwork
Right.
except for in my house. Get a bucket and a sponge and hit that woodwork. Like, are you serious? Yes, I will go draw now, Mom. Thank
Right.
you. Like,
Shoot, board turned into work back in
man,
the 80s
listen,
and the 90s way. Now they be like, the tablet don't work out. Are your kids, are they creative?
they are actually all three of my sons had tattooed at least once. My middle son's done it the
They've
most.
all tattooed at least once?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all not playing. If somebody knows something in your family, y'all gonna each one teach one.
My goal was to not push them into what I do,
Right?
but to guide them in how I do things, to
Hmm.
have different avenues, to understand the hard work, the business aspect, to see firsthand in what I do, to
Hmm.
understand what type of hard work I have to put in, to see the struggles. So no matter what you do, you can at least build from there. So I make them hang out in the shop. I
Hmm.
train them. Um, some of them they all have other gifts where they kind of ventured off into something else. Like my middle son's an amazing self-taught photographer.
Hmm.
Amazing. Don Flicks.
Don Flicks.
Plug.
Y'all
Go
go
check
check
it.
them
Don
out.
Don
Don
Flicks.
Flicks.
Go check him out. My older son is gifted with oh my God, so many things. He does anything he absorbs, anything he's around. He's
Okay.
a mover. He deals with animals. And my youngest is like a genius on the computer side.
How old
So
is the youngest?
17. He's about to graduate next week.
Oh, he grown.
Yeah.
My son, well, it's my only son. He's 17. He just went to prom Saturday, actually.
Same
It's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah, on the
Oh,
third.
word?
My son went on the
Yeah,
third.
he
Yeah.
just went to prom. And
Yep.
I was like, well, look at my boy growing up.
Oh
He was
man.
saucy too. That boy was saucy, man.
Man,
Had the
listen.
suede,
Listen.
the,
We
the
had all the
dark blue
prom
on.
kings. We
Yeah,
had all the prom
yeah.
kings. I love
We're
it.
gonna have to exchange pictures and show each other
Oh
pictures
yeah.
after this. That's dope though. Yeah, they had a good time. He got he borrowed his mama car, pulled the Benz out. And I was like, yeah. But I feel like they gonna be flying the coop soon. So my son, he's 17. He likes sports. Which one is the non-creative side of your brain? I'm not gonna say he's not creative, but he's more so the logic type.
Is that the left side?
I feel like it's the left
I think
side
it's the
too.
left.
Right. But I could be wrong. It's a left? Okay.
It's the left. Yeah.
Right. But he's a left brain and stuff like that. But it's weird because I'm right brain. I'm more creative. but
Mhm.
I get along very, very well with my son. Me and my son don't ever bump heads, man. My daughters are the creative ones, and that's who I bump heads with. Is I guess opposites do kind of go together better, ain't it? You got
Yeah,
any of your kids?
balance.
It's balanced.
It's
Any of your
balance.
kids that you kind of be like, yeah,
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I have 3 boys. They're
yeah,
athletes. Yes, I do.
boys are.
Especially my oldest.
So you
Oh my
lucky to
goodness,
have
he
three
is my
boys.
best headache ever in life.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's competing with the youngest at this point.
Hmm.
But we have that relationship that we're like, I would compare it to a brother and sister, where it's like you fight all the time,
Hmm.
but we're always end up laughing. They're still my peace.
Right.
They still
Right.
comfort me. They
Hmm.
still remind me it's okay and they do well. And also will jump on anybody's neck in a second.
Well, they supposed to about mom do,
So
son.
they don't
They're
play.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So everybody's creative. Do you feel like because this whole show is about like your creativity and what people use their creativity for as far as to contribute to the world, to make money,
Yes.
to um just everybody has a diverse vision of where they see themselves when it comes to their job. But
Mhm.
I talk to creatives. So do you see any other endeavors that you are not currently in right now that you see yourself doing in the future? Like
Yes.
to grow your creativity or to, just
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I used to etch glass. I
hmm.
do pointillism, so that's kind of like something I'll never let go of, but I'm not
Is
into
that
it
what
at this
etching
moment.
glass is called? Pointillism? With
No, pointillism is dots.
right.
It's a forms of a huge picture with tiny
Okay,
dots.
okay. The
So you
drawing
see
version. Okay.
so a lot of my canvas work has that
Right,
implemented with
right.
painting. The etching glass is something I created myself. Well, I see it more known now,
Mm-hmm.
but about a good, I was at least 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I started doing that. And I still have pieces in my studio of etch. That's what I was on the news for etching pictures in a glass. But
Right.
if I were to shift into anything now, I I like to learn everything I can that makes me feel good
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what road that takes me to. Like I would
Okay.
love to do murals with Charity.
Right,
I
right.
was
No.
really into her speech.
It's a bag in that too,
Um,
yeah.
I
It's
love that.
just
I
dope.
think that's fun, and to be able to like show that to the world, I think that's like the
Right.
coolest thing
And
ever.
you're gonna get eyes on it. Because in Greensboro, they got this whole section of town. It's like the art district, and they got these big murals. And everybody that drives by
It's
sees them.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Like you're coloring the world. Like
No,
literally,
for
like
real.
you're coloring the world. Like who
Yeah.
gets to take their coloring book and put it on a
Mm-hmm.
building? Like that's dope.
Then you driving by, somebody riding you like, I did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's lit.
I would love to do that.
Right.
I mean, I want to do a lot of things. I have a lot of things on my bucket list
Mhm.
creatively. I want to learn to play the guitar so I could sing with my
What?
guitar.
You like 3 stacks. Get you a
Um,
flute.
no,
My boy
no,
started playing. My boy started playing
no,
the flute. He went
I
from hardcore rap to playing the flute.
no way. I
Damn, cuz.
definitely want to play the guitar and
Yeah.
sing because I do karaoke and then being up there with the poetry, I think that kind of ties in.
Mm-hmm.
And music is like everything to me. So I even listen to that.
Right.
Like if I ever tattoo you, just know bring your headphones. I'm singing the entire time.
Oh, shit. I'm about to listen to you
But
sing. That's gonna be my
and
headphone.
no,
Shoot.
I'm not Beyonce, but I ain't tone
Hey,
deaf.
it's all good, man. Some
But
tunes are tunes.
no, just that really, really perfecting the skills I have now.
Right?
I've hopped around so much with my art
Mm-hmm.
that I really want to perfect what I know and just be so much better.
Right.
So that's pretty much the angle I'm taking out. And then wherever the road takes me from there,
Right.
I'm down for it. I'm always
Okay.
down for the adventure.
If Let me ask you this. If money wasn't a factor, money
Hmm.
wasn't an issue at all,
Hmm.
and you could just create whatever you wanted every day or not every day, what would be your lane of art? Or if you didn't have to create at all, would you just not create?
Oh no.
If money wasn't an issue, where would butter be as far as your creativity and your creation of whatever it is you create?
Oh man, I have a Chinese sweatshop in my bedroom. I would still create. I
Mm-hmm.
would definitely still create because it settles my mind. And I still love to see people smile. Like because of who I am,
Right.
I give the best gifts because people love everything I do. So I'm like, shoot, I don't got no money to buy them no Christmas gift. Help me crochet them a sweater or these leg warmers they always wanted.
Right.
Or, I'll make this painting. I know they really wanted this painting. Or
Right.
now I could give them a tattoo. That's your birthday present. Happy birthday. We
Right.
done. So I would definitely be creating, and then plus it settles me.
Right.
It slows my brain down.
Right.
And as a creative,
See, yeah.
that brain runs crazy.
Yeah,
So
ADHD brain. See, I
yeah,
still, and in your answer, I still heard that central theme of giving. See, you said again, you be like,
yeah.
I be giving this person, I give it. What is it about when you create something and you give it to somebody? Like, how do you feel?
Amazing. Amazing. There's two reasons. One is I give because I know what it's like not to have. Number two is it's a beautiful feeling. Like, who doesn't feel good putting a genuine smile on somebody's face? Like,
Right.
energy transfer is real. So when I make someone happy, make someone feel good, I feel good. I just love it. My mom's a giver, and I think I got a lot of that from her. But it feels way better than being angry or, pissing somebody off or cussing them out. Like, happiness feels
That's
good.
facts.
And I'm also a big believer in karma. So just being genuine and good to people. I don't give gifts to get gifts. Because honestly, I don't get a lot. Recently, I mean,
Right.
these shoes was my birthday present from my apprentice over there. You know what I'm saying?
Happy belated.
But it also just feels good and good karma because I doing good deeds, you get blessings. I don't want to get gifts back. I want God to bless me where I need it, and He knows the best way where I need it in life. So just living, being a good human, just puts me in a better place and mentally as
Right.
well. So I just like it. It makes me
Right.
feel good. It does.
It does. It does. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't, like I told you, I have had people ask me for canvases that I painted, and I still have not sold one. I done given away a lot of them, but I have not sold one canvas yet. Like, give me the
It's
money.
tough.
Yeah.
It can be tough,
It's crazy.
but it's just a good feeling. It can be draining sometimes when they're unappreciative,
Right.
when you're being used. So it could, there's always a downside, but you just start to really read people better.
Right.
And be like, nah, but when it calls me,
As far as your tattooing and stuff like that, do you ever feel like, what do you do? That's a good question, a good like business question. What do you do when you feel like your client is trying to get a little more than what they paid for? They trying to get over, they trying, you know how people
I
try to.
tell them now. I'm very honest with my clients. I be like, girl, you're doing too much. You're doing the most right now because I don't want you to beg me for it. I don't want you to try to push it on me because you're trying to get over. I want you to allow me to do it on my own because more than likely the right artist is going to do that anyway. We're going to go beyond, over and beyond what we're supposed to do when we're really enjoying it. And someone is really loving what you're doing. Because what's that? That's advertisement.
No, for real.
And it's something to look back on like, damn, look what I did. And then you get to do something better. It's like I'm competing with myself. Like, oh, now next time I want to do this. Oh, if they ask for a rose, I get to add this geometric stuff to it because now it's going to be better. So like it gets you excited. But begging me for a deal off the top, like, babe, listen, who's supposed to be here is going to be here. I'm not about to drain myself for you. I still have bills to pay.
Right.
You know what I mean? And don't take advantage of me and insult my intelligence with it. So I tell them,
When did you realize, like, as far as tattooing is concerned, because I know you've been doing all different kind of arts, different mediums of art, and when did you realize that you putting this art on people, turn them into a canvas, and it was the advertising? Because I heard you say, this is like also advertisement, like, realize like people are going to advertise for you.
I think that from the beginning because I've always been into art.
Right.
I don't have the ugly story of all the haters. Like, yeah, we all have them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't come up here faking the funk. Like, everybody be hating. They want to see me win. Like, that is not my story.
Right.
I didn't always have a lot. Now, granted, a lot of my work derived from what is it, the survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to tap into my gifts to get where I needed to go. You know what I'm saying? So I still got to do what I love, but I had to tap into that and utilize the gifts I had to be able to do what I can do until I could really love what I do. So I get to have fun and do that too. But it was like from the beginning, I've always had supporters.
Right.
You know, they've seen my gifts from as young. My mom was always bragging about me. She still does, even when she don't like what I do. Like, she still brag.
Well, I think that's something that you, being how your personality is, your outgoing person, can benefit from, because this is one of those like tattooing is one of those professions where word of mouth is still very prevalent. Like, people walk around, they look at tattoos, where you get that, boom, boom.
For sure.
And especially when you're starting off, your network of people, your circle, their circle, those people's circle, is how you maintain, sustain, and keep your career going long enough for you to actually get enough out there on social media and start a tattoo career. You know what I mean? Some people don't have enough people to like let them try stuff like that. You know, I know you were telling me, you were like, I'm gonna tell my son, sit down, you about to get this tattoo. No,
Right.
you know,
They be happy to jump in the chair for real.
right.
But it also
But you need that.
It also gives you that self-competition I was talking about. You
Mhm.
know, it's like, yeah, you do this beautiful piece and they show it off like, oh, I got a tattoo, Butter did this. But then it's like, let me see that again. I look back at my work as a kid. I look back at my work and be like, ugh, like, this was yesterday? Ain't no way. You know what I mean?
Not
So it's like,
yesterday.
I'm
I do
always
that
looking
when it was like a couple years ago. I'm like, dang.
I look at my work
Not you, this
every
was
day.
yesterday. Right.
Every day I break my work down and see what I could do better.
Right.
Seriously, like, oh, nah, my shading could be way better than that. Like, all right, next time I'm gonna kill it. Today, I love it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I did this one way better. Damn, why not? Like,
That's lit though. That's bravery.
all the
Because
time.
a lot of people don't want to take that. A lot of people don't want to take that self inventory of their self as an artist. They just want to be like, everything I do is dope.
Well, that's why you'll never grow. I mean, it's just like, okay, well, if you think you're the best, so what's next?
Right.
When you hit the top of the mountain, what's next besides sliding down? You gonna die up there or you gonna slide down?
Right.
So if you're always growing, I mean, it still can shift you in other places.
Right.
You don't get nowhere being big-headed like that besides gaining views.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to be better.
That's
There's
the thing,
always
though.
something better. And then on top of the fact that I don't want to wake up tomorrow and be here when I'm here. Because everything in between is the beautiful part.
What do you mean? How do you mean? Like, you
The
don't
journey.
We say you don't want to
learning.
wake up here and be here.
So I have goals.
Right.
Right? My goals to be amongst the best, you know, have this amount of money so I can do things for my family, do things for my children, do things for myself I never got to do, right?
Right.
But when I wake up and I don't reach the million and my kids have the house, I have the house and the car, and I'm sitting here staring at it like, is that full happiness? Is it really like, yes, you've gotten satisfied, but now what's next? Do you have more goals? If you do, then you're not done with your journey.
Right.
But what's the beauty in it if you didn't get to say, man, I remember I ain't even had this. You know, that was real hard when I got here. It's appreciation for what you have. You don't get to have appreciation if it was just handed to you.
Right.
What do you get to appreciate? Because you don't know what it's like not to have it. You don't know what it's like to struggle and learn and get better. There's no steps to it.
So you're saying you don't want to get here far as like monetary and your achievements and your accolade and be here on the inside, like,
yeah, because it's like, I
be
don't,
empty.
you don't, you don't really, I didn't wake up and just drew the perfect picture. You know, I didn't wake up and do the perfect tattoo. The most beautiful part of tattooing was the growth I had, to see how many people started to show appreciation for my work, to count the many people that I touched their lives and did a beautiful piece and healed them and heard the stories. If I woke up and just did this and ran out the shop, I didn't get to hear their story. I didn't connect with them. It doesn't really serve my personal purpose. Now, for other people, it may be just getting the money and just doing a dope piece. That's it. For me, for Butter, I love the stories.
Right.
I love putting myself in people's shoes and understanding them. It helps me understand the world and then love myself more. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you don't really know anything about the world or learn a lot if you don't open yourself up to it. And
Yeah.
you can't open yourself, you ain't going through nothing.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a story in every tattoo, every piece of art, every poem.
It
It's a
is.
story.
Even the random ones.
Right.
Even the random ones.
What's a tattoo wise? What is a story behind somebody's tattoo that sticks out most in your mind?
Oh my
Like a
God, it's
tattoo that meant a
so
lot that you,
many. It's so many.
they don't got to be the one, you know what I mean? But
There's
what's
a lot
a,
of there's a lot of healing. I get a lot of depressed and suicidal clients
mm,
or previously suicidal clients.
mm-hmm,
Um or just had been through tough childhoods.
mm-hmm,
And these pieces are reminders to them of where they've been and their growth that they have now. And my shop is literally like a crying fest. They come in there and pour
ain't the name
themselves
of
out.
your
Like
shop Ink Therapy?
it is. It is. But it's like
It's a lot of ink therapies. You know that, right?
I noticed that once I had the name, but
Man,
I
it's
didn't
so
know
many
it in my
shops
basement
called ink.
because once you're in something, your
Yeah,
world opens up to it.
yeah.
Then it's like, oh wow,
Maybe y'all should
I
all
wasn't so
come
original.
reach out to all the, you know what I
They
mean,
there's
the ink
I have
therapies,
one
and
of them
y'all
that
make a
follow
big
me for real.
conglomerate.
One of them
Yeah,
follow me for real. It's dope.
ink therapy gang. You
But
feel
like,
me?
look, one quick story.
ITG. Whoop whoop.
Oh my God, he crazy. Look, one quick story. So this guy came in. He called me. He's coming from out of town. His mom's funeral was the day before.
Right.
He said, I just want this little small banana. Like, you want a what? Little outline of a banana right here on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, please tell me the story. He said, well, my mom just passed. It didn't matter from being a kid to a grown man. No matter what he did, every time he seen his mom, she said, did you eat, baby? Did you have your banana?
Right.
That touched my heart in another way because we realize the smallest things are so huge and you never realize what sticks to you until something tragic hits you.
Till it's gone.
And you be like, oh, damn, my mom used to keep the small bottles of water, not the big ones. Or my mom used to always offer me a banana. His mom offered him a banana. Out of all the things he'd been through in his life, and he was older than me, that one moment was something so huge in his life. That one banana made this man cry real big tears. And it was a connection he has with his mother. Sometimes those moments, those little simple tattoos, them little bangers could be so powerful. They're better than the dopest portraits you've done.
It gives you attachment to that piece too, because I bet you made sure that banana was
the
banana
cleanest little outline minimalist banana ever in life. Like, but he was so happy. And I did something so small.
Right.
You know, I literally just touched them. I'm a part of their story. Go to China. I'm still with you forever. You know what I mean? And it's reminders to myself about appreciating the little things.
Right. I had when you say that, like that story, and you talk about how, you learned his story and it helped you to, understand what was going on with the tattoo and stuff like that. It made me think about what we do as a profession, a career. And at first, when I came into it, I'm like, oh, you just drawing on people. Even my mom used to tell me, we ain't gonna get a real job. And I'm like, it's a real job. But one day I was talking to a EMS. It was one of my clients. He was an EMS operator, or he worked for the EMS. And I was telling him, you have an important job. You save lives. I was like, I'm just a tattoo artist. And he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. He was like, you change people's lives too, because first of all, people going through things. I'm pretty sure you did some RIPs and some this and that. And I'm like, all the time. He was like, that's first of all, you help people deal with trauma. He said, second of all, every time somebody comes in here to see you, they leave different than they came. Like literally, physically, they are different.
Yeah.
They got something on their body that'll never go away, So he was like, you got to hold that in a high regard and make sure that you realize it's your responsibility to, because people are trusting you. He was like, I'm trusting you. Mind you, we having this whole conversation with his arm laid out, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
So he kind of made me rethink that, you know what I mean? And get more in the frame of mind of what you just said, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this banana. You never know how, had you not asked that question, you wouldn't know how important that banana was to that guy, you know what I mean? You thinking it's just
Perfect.
some little funny stuff.
Perfect way to explain the last line of my poem I read to y'all. We we make this world a more beautiful place physically and emotionally with the gift in our hands. And it's literally that. Like, I don't care what nobody say, oh, people get dumb stuff, they just be getting this on them. Like, at the moment it seems dumb. But I tell everyone, no matter what you decide to do today and walk out with, it's either going to be a reminder of where you used to be, the growth of where you are now, or where you're trying to go.
Mm.
I don't care what you say, because if it's something stupid, that was a moment you had it in your dumb area, right? Like, that was the
Right.
dumb time in your life. You was drunk. You got to, but
You
you had
were
a
there
story.
at some point in time.
Did
You
you have
were
a story?
there, yeah.
And you got to say, I was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I made a mistake.
Right.
Or are you covering something up? I'm getting this fixed because I'm not here anymore. I'm not in this place. Or the name covered up. I'm not with this person.
Right.
It was traumatic for me. Or I need to remember this prayer because it's so important to me. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
trying to be this better person.
Are you an advocate for cover-ups, for covering up something, since the person was at some point at that point in their life where they got that thing? Do you think that a cover-up is justified? I know you do them,
Yeah.
but we do a lot of stuff for money. You know what I
Well,
mean?
let's start with some stuff need covered up. Let me tell you that some stuff we just need rid of. Okay, we know it was there. Take a picture. Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Make this better today.
Like what? What's a good candidate for something that needs to be covered up? You need to get rid of that, dude.
A
Or
long time
sis.
ago when I first started doing cover-ups, it was so many. Oh my God. This one dude had this lion that looked like a rat with an afro. And I
Yeah,
was
Master
like,
Splinter on him.
man, listen.
What?
We were all the shop trying to figure out what the hell is this on his back? Like, dude, we're covering this up. I was happy to do it.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of crazy things that I cover up or just, you know, done not in a good way.
Right.
You know, they could have been beginners or they was just, you know, going to the cheapest crackhead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
I think it's two things with cover-ups. One is it's something that you don't want no more. It's just something, a part of your life that you pass, i.e., you know, an ex's name, or I got yeah ho on my leg, which because I'm a big 3-6 fan, and you know that whole thing, yeah.
Wow.
So boom, I don't have a desire to cover it up because I've never gotten a cover up, because I think like at some point in my life, I was at that point that made me decide that was a good idea. So everything that we go through makes us who we are right now at this moment. Every single thing, whether it be good or whether it be bad, that made you who you are. So why cover it up? Because it's the event is not going away.
Well, I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
sometimes it's necessary, you know, things
Right.
can be done better. You know,
Yeah.
the number 72 Panther that's right here
And
that
that's the
doesn't look right.
second
What
part
else you're
of what I
getting?
was saying, that a cover up is just, that's when I think that they are super justified, is when it's just bad. You know what I mean? And it's not aesthetically pleasing, because that's half the battle of the tattoo, is to make it look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody wants something that makes you less attractive or makes you have a big blotch on your arm or your face or wherever you got the tattoo. That's not the point of it. You know what I mean?
You know how
So
many people
that needs to be covered up. And I think certain areas, like far as I'm talking about, like certain states or certain cities, they first of all, they got into the tattoo game earlier. They're more advanced. Like Atlanta is a very forward area of the United States. They were getting tattoos. There was a lot of people walking around in Atlanta with tattoos before, let's say, Clarksville, Tennessee. You know what I mean?
Right.
I used to live there. That's why that came into my mind. But with that being said, there's also a lot of areas where there's a lot of bad tattoos. Because when I moved from Virginia to North Carolina, it was a lot of people getting cover-ups because it was a lot of bad ink. Do you think that the area that you live in, there's a lot of people walking around? Is it a very cover-up heavy area?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. And they're
okay.
still happening. They
See?
still, because I live in an area that's very mixed with people that are willing to get what they pay for. They're gonna spend the money or wait till they have it to get something great. They don't
Mm-hmm.
mind spending the money on something great, and you have a lot of people that just want something because it's cool, it's the bandwagon.
Just
Imma
want to
go
be
to the
tatted.
cheapest thing, rocket.
Yeah.
Let's give it to me so I could just say I have ink on my body. I don't care what it looks like until everybody starts to shame
Right.
them.
And that amazes me that we in 2025 and there's still people out here getting stamps up. They getting stamped up with just like trash. And it's like, bro.
I had a guy call me the other day that said he wanted a small tattoo. Am I available? Because some tattoos are so small, it could probably be like $10.
Mm-hmm.
So, baby, my box of needles don't even cost $10.
That's $10.
Don't call me insulting me. I said I'm not gonna be the artist for you,
Oh,
love. You could find someone else that will do it for 10. I'll see you in a couple years when you grow up and need that covered. That's the cover up. And they
that's
will
different.
go get them.
Right.
Unless it's I am not your sister. I'm
Well,
not your cousin doing you a favor. You're not one of my kids.
right.
Bruh, you're not coming here handing me $10.
It's like job security though. As long as you got people willing to get that and then they're gonna get older and realize they don't want, as long as you got regret, you got cover-ups. As long as you got cover-ups, we got a job.
That's the names though. I did refuse to do names for a while. Now I make them explain to me who it is.
Right.
And give me a good reason. So I feel a little bit better about myself about doing it because I know they're gonna need it covered up.
So you've told somebody before, I'm not doing that
I
with
told
your
a lot of
discretion?
yeah, I told a few people.
Oh,
And they come here with these corny stories or these little girls. Two reasons. The young ones don't get it. And
mhm,
I try to give them a mature, comforting point of view
right.
from a woman and from a mom
Mhm,
standpoint. Either way, I let them know, like, sweetheart, first of all, I feel like a picture's worth 1,000 words. If you get something that symbolizes you, they're always going to be a part of you, but you can't regret it because you're not labeling yourself.
mhm,
So let's do something that's really meaningful. How about their bird flower or their sign even? You know what I mean? That's a picture.
mhm,
You don't feel like you're walking around belonging to someone. And number two, it's like, how long y'all been together?
right.
You really think this is it? You know what I'm saying? It's like talk some sense into them. Like, and
They
I've
3 weeks
worked
in.
with, literally, I knew them since high school, and we just started dating. It's the love of my life. You don't even know yourself, let alone
Right.
this person you're with. Also, I've dealt with human trafficking victims
Mhm,
or survivors, rather. They're
right,
not no longer victims; they were survivors. But I've come across a couple of victims,
right.
and sometimes you got to really talk to people to find out where they're at. Sometimes you gotta let them just go with somebody else, so I'm not having that weight on my heart.
So there's this lady I just found out about. Well, I didn't just find out about it. It was some months ago, but there's a lady that teaches these classes for tattoo artists to tell you to be able to, so you'll be able to identify a
Mhm,
human trafficking stamp.
mhm.
First of all, I didn't know that was a thing, but
Oh,
apparently the
it's
people that
big.
traffic people, they'll tattoo them with a little, like these little symbols and these little signs, and you'll never know what it is and stuff.
Names,
Yeah.
names. They do. I took a class with Cleveland Clinic
Mm-hmm.
back when I first started tattooing. My first shop first and only shop outside of mine that I was in. And, they came and had a class, and, I learned a lot. And, like, literally not long after that, because I met the detective and everything, not long after that, I think I had a situation. That's a longer story. We don't even got time for that one
Oh
today. I
my
was
goodness.
scarred for life.
So you feel like you saw
Uh-huh. A little boy. Yep. But you know, I carry that with me, but I'm more aware and I do
right,
try to talk to people
right.
and I try not to judge because sometimes there's nothing you could do. Stockholm syndrome is real. Sometimes you gotta send them on their way or just pray for them. Like
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome is like imprisonment in your mind. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, you ever hear about the victims that get abused? They get out the house and then they go back.
Yes.
You find a reason to stay. You felt like
And
you
that never
belong. You
made
make it
sense to
your
me.
everyday normal. It's real. You really can be mind warped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's hard to explain until you're in that position.
Mm-hmm.
there's different phases they go through, but they go back. And a lot of them, yeah.
Like
So
being a glutton for
they
punishment.
feel like they're earning it. No, they can be made to feel like they earn it. They can't do nothing without this person. They really love me. They don't know any better. They're on drugs. Like there's so many reasons. But beating out in someone's mind could make them feel like that until they get the right guidance and help to get them out.
Right.
And it's real. So a lot of them do come in like, oh, I need my boyfriend's name, Troy. You ain't know it was 18 other prostitutes out there with Troy's name on them trying to earn Troy's name.
I think that whole class need to be something that's more prevalent and that more artists are made aware of, because you could be doing a tattoo on somebody and you don't even know you stamping them up.
It is if they care, because some artists don't care. Some artists really just do it just to get the bread, and because a lot of them will pay anything to let you do it.
But a lot of times people don't care about things that they're not aware of too. So when you make more people aware, then you make more people like, okay, I know what's going on. And even if some people don't care, that's just a lot of artists that do care.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
But they don't even know, because if you don't know, you don't know. Like I said, I didn't know about this thing, but I just feel like it's something that needs to be, if they're, because as a tattoo artist, they make certain things mandatory that really don't move the needle. It's not even really doing anything. And that's because people that make the rules about becoming a tattoo artist don't know crap about being a tattoo artist. So how can you make rules for something that you have no knowledge of? You know what I mean?
Right.
So with that being said, that is something that could probably stop some things or get people caught that might be, facilitating, because human trafficking is like, that's like the devil for real. Like,
oh yeah,
taking people away from their families or wherever they are, or off the street, putting them somewhere, basically living a life of imprisonment, even in your mind, is just like,
it's right in our faces and we don't see it because we don't understand it or know about it.
My phone go off with that Amber Alert thing, and I'm like, dang. And it just kind of give me a little bit of anxiety, because somebody is getting abducted right now, and all of our phones are going off at the same time, and we just like, dang. Green Buick LeSabre, blah blah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what the? And like you say, you can't do nothing about it. But every now and then, it might be a situation where it will tip somebody off or something like that, and somebody's life will be totally different because it got stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You never know.
But yeah,
you never know.
That's deep. So on a positive note, before we wrap this thing up, I know I already asked you, what do you see in your future as far as art, but what is something, I'm gonna narrow it back down to tattooing, what is something that you would like to do that you haven't done yet, like your dream tattoo? If you had somebody willing up to give their body up as your muse or canvas, what would you do? And maybe somebody be listening to this and they'll be like,
I don't think it's what I want to do. It's who. I want to tattoo Erykah Badu. I want to give her something spiritual. I do. I want to have a conversation with her, because I love to talk, and the sessions I have be so, like, I learned so much from people, some intriguing stories.
Right.
So it's like, there's a few people I just want to tattoo and have a conversation with them, because they'll allow me to have creative freedom. And I could do something really cool, like something dope and spiritual with Erykah.
Right. That's
crazy. Would be the coolest thing ever, even if it's like this
a portrait
big.
of Erykah Badu. I did that probably 3 years ago, I think. Yeah. And she is iconic. She different.
I think that'll be so much fun. So it's really just
she might put some juju on you though.
That's fine. It'll be good stuff. Bring it.
You'll take that Badu juju.
Let's go, because it's gonna be good stuff. Because I try to have a positive spirit. So bring it. Yes, I mean, she might bring me some luck.
Maybe because you a girl, you might be good. Every dude she deal with,
I'll be like, come on with
she
it,
change them. They
come
different.
on, Erykah. Let's go.
She 3 stacks. He effing with that flute now. My boy on the flute. Shouts out to the A-Town.
Right.
Shouts out to the A-Town. and Dre, that's my favorite rapper of all. That's crazy that you say that, because 3 Stacks is my favorite rapper of all time. If I couldn't listen to rap no more,
I love him.
Yeah. He's the dude.
No, they're really dope, and I understand weird minds.
Hmm.
So even when stuff seems out of the world for me, like something I wouldn't do, I'm still intrigued because I understand where they're going with it. Like I get it. I don't have to agree with it, but I get it.
Right.
And I think he's just amazing. And he's so
Yes, he
talented.
is. He
I
is.
get what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah, she could bring them. She could bring all them
He's
healing
an artist person too.
hurts.
An artist, because I think everybody that's creative gravitates towards him and her.
They
Yeah.
do. She changed everybody.
So with that being
But
said, I appreciate you. Now I want you to tell the people where they can find you. Tell them how to get in touch with you if they want some ink
oh,
or
they want some ink. My
really.
website with all of my contacts is inktherapystudio.com. And you can find me on Instagram, that girl Butta, BTTA, and my book link on there for Layers of Ink Breaking Skin. But the whole link tree is on my page and on my website. So you can find everything on inktherapystudio.com. And come check your girl out. I'm on tour with Ladies of Ink. Let's go.
Let's go.
Next spot is Cincinnati and Houston.
You gonna be
Check me out.
tattooing there
Oh yeah.
at a convention?
Mm-hmm. I
Y'all
toured
heard
with Lori and all them.
Okay. What's the
Yeah.
dates for that?
Ooh, next weekend is Cincinnati.
Next
And then
weekend,
Houston is the weekend of, I think it was the 5th
the
or 6th.
first weekend in
You're going to Houston, right?
yes, it's gonna be the first weekend in
June.
Yeah,
I'll be there. I think it's the 5th or 6th.
Damn, we gotta pop this episode out now.
Listen.
If this hasn't come out by then, y'all check her out.
Listen.
First weekend in June in Houston and next weekend in Cincinnati.
Hey, don't try to escape this real quick. We cutting this off. Congratulations to you. I am so freaking proud of you. Your book is growing so much. You just won an award. You tried to slide past it when I mentioned it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, bro, big props to you.
I appreciate
You're
it.
doing big things. Look, my apprentice is here with me. She loves your book. She read it right away.
I appreciate
Elevating
that
already
too.
off the top.
I appreciate the support. And she gave me a little shout out on the.
And she did,
like
but
that.
it deserves
Social
well
proof.
deserved.
Yeah.
Well
I appreciate
deserved.
it. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for coming. I thank you for sharing your vision with the people. This is another diverse vision from that girl Butter. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.